Today is day 14 of the RV hauler build named Chuggs. Last episode, Lucky 13, you saw us installing some skirting and getting ready for paint. Well, finally, we're gonna finish off that masking in preparation for primer and bed liner. Want to see some bed liner installed? Join us. Hi, I'm Greg from RV Haulers, and today is laundry day. No, it's not. We're taking this Mack Anthem and we're converting it to pull a great big fifth wheel RV off the back, and we're putting a Japanese K-truck. And what we're doing in this video series, today being day 14, is we're taking you through the painful details day by day and showing you all the little tips and tricks and tasks involved in converting this truck into an RV hauler. Today is day 14, and today is going to be painting, the start of painting. If you'd like to see some of the prep work, and maybe if timing goes good, we'll actually get to priming, join us in this video. Here we go. Dan says I'm too excited. I got to settle down. He's had enough out of me.
Not in those words, but
well,
you know.
I made that up. He said it in a different way while the camera was off. So when last you saw us getting this truck ready for paint, we had just draped it, obviously. And what we're doing now is, because the customers were here and they've had the desire, the wish, that they want to have the lower kind of third of this truck bed lined, flat black, we are scuffing and preparing for primer adhesion. So we can't just put primer on top of shiny paint. You got to scuff it, make sure that it's abraded and it's ready to have the primer adhere to it. So the lower fairings that have been removed, we're going to be painting those separately when we have a moment. We got, of course, obviously have to finish masking this, but the truth is the prep work takes way more time than the actual painting and priming. So I mentioned in the last video, if you were here for that, you gotta have a ton of tape because you're gonna be masking off all kinds of different sections. And what we find is really handy is we also have all kinds of used old bed sheets that we picked up at, Savers or wherever your discount store is. Ones that are a little bit heavier, we find work better. So lighter stuff, it kind of blows a little bit and it kind of flaps. But if you can get more of the heavy weight sheets, they're perfect. Even the fitted ones, these ones with all the elastics in them, are great for putting over top of the tires because they kind of grab and stay there. But anyways, we're actually waiting for a little bit of materials. We're waiting for our paint supplier to show up. We didn't realize we were a little bit short of this craft paper, which we use for masking off certain parts of the deck. But we're going to continue to use up all kinds of orange tape. Join us. We've got airlines set up on both sides of the bed, and we really like to use flexible soft lines. And the guys, we kind of have our routine set up and established. We all have our roles. Austin wields the gun. Rob is kind of the hose mender and getting things set up for Austin. Dan is often on the outside of the wall, so he will be prepping up the paint materials and the cans and cleaning. And when we get to the Raptor stage, you're going to see that Dan is going to be doing also some shaking. So the Raptor product comes in these cans. We have the commercial applicator gun that we use. So there's a hardener component that goes into these, and they all need to be shook. And when they sit for any length of time, they kind of settle at the bottom. The thick stuff goes to the bottom. Yeah, they separate.
If
So
you don't mix it after 2 or 3 days, then you'll find that there's a thin layer of liquid. And after about 2 or 3 weeks, you'll find it's about 1/3 of liquid.
I can feel it's thick on the bottom. So each of these Raptor cans needs to be shook first.
For about a minute in a machine.
But I'm gonna show them the machine, Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go outside. So there's a shake that needs to happen, and then there's another shake that has to happen, either if you're doing tintable Raptor or if you're doing or just black in this case. Now, here's a trick. So if you're doing any number of Raptor cans, shaking by hand is, you just can't stay ahead of it. Your gun's gonna get gummed up quick if you're having to shake all the time. So you need help, need friends, and what really helps is if you have a paint shaker. And we bought this one on Amazon, guys. I don't know if it's still available. You can see that it's a little mucked up, but we've got just a temporary shaking table that we set up outside. We ran some air to it, and we've got a little piece of 4-inch PVC that we put those cans in for shaking the Raptor. So there it is, just a piece of, it's actually like a sewer hose type PVC pipe. And what we'll do is we'll take the Raptor can,
tighten the lid first.
Tighten the lid, make sure.
Every one of these comes with a loose lid because...
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the new ones have
they have the little
pull tab and a foil liner.
Okay, so we'll take those, thanks for the tip on tightening, wrap it in a towel so that we find it just kind of makes it so that it's friction fit inside this. And by having the flared version of this tube, it's easy to get it started, and then it kind of jams into the narrower part of the tube. Do you want to take that out, Austin? We'll just show.
I'm doing this one right now, yeah.
Okay. So we usually have one of us will be out here at the mixer, just staying ahead of whoever is spraying. So do hang on to it a little bit. What we'll tend to do is just put our hand here because sometimes they'll launch a bit.
Noisy.
So I bought this years ago. It has survived really well. There's a grease zerk in there. We'll put a little bit of oil in there as well, just to lubricate it, but the thing has lasted a long while. Sorry, I don't have a link to this. Go take a look on Amazon. It's like $100 some bucks. Totally worth it if you're applying any amount of Raptor bed liner. Let's get back inside and see some of the other tools. Obviously, you're gonna need a good sized air compressor with a lot of cubic feet per minute. The Raptor gun does tend to use air quite quickly. Even spraying the primer is gonna require some air. So I think we are, oh, don't quote me, I think we're 80 cubic feet per minute, and we've got a pretty good reserve on that tank as well. Guys, obviously we don't have a fancy paint booth. We are who we are, right? You're gonna see we're gonna pull some curtains down here as well. We have some white tarps that go down the sides of our paint booth, as we call it. We've got some huge exhaust fans up there as well for pulling some of the atomized or the aerosolized paint products out of the air. We do turn our heaters off so that they're not have any chance of ingesting any of the air that's in here with that particles that are going to be in the air. We turn our ceiling fan off, and the other last thing we do before we spray here is we actually wet the floor just to keep all the dust down as much as we can. We've given it a really good blowout with the air compressor and some leaf blowers. Realized we didn't show you that, but that was done earlier before we started the masking process. And prep is key. Get everything staged and ready. Obviously, we're not going to be putting in the hardener into the Raptor. We're starting off with the primer, of course. We've got our cleaning products. That's going to be the last thing that we do. We have a really kind of a top end spray gun. We love it, digitally controlled. So we've got it tuned in what we like.
Primer.
So we have one for primer, which is a SATA, and then we have the really nice gun,
SATA,
which we use for doing top coat application later on.
Gregg bought us some really nice paint stuff. Yeah, so we try to do the best possible.
And there's the commercial Raptor gun. So it's adjustable with the tip. You can adjust this as to how stipply it applies. We're going to be going for more of a kind of a soft application, I would call it. Not so lumpy and bumpy, wouldn't you say?
I was actually thinking of matching his truck a little bit. It's got a little bit bumpier on his truck. Okay, so another thing that we like, we have outstanding lighting in this building. You're still going to disagree with me, Austin, but we've got LED lights, which are natural daylight. They're specifically match, a daylight experience, and then we've got all kinds of LEDs across the ceiling. But even with our wicked lighting, getting a light on the paint gun has been, you really like that, Austin, don't you? Yeah, it's great. That's That's all I got.
So, and keeping things dry. So we've got an air dryer system on the main supply of air, but we've also found that buying these little desiccant dryers, it's got a desiccant material in there, just helps make sure that we're dealing with dry air as much as possible, because it does screw it up if you've got that compressor putting any moisture into your air. I'm not going to use my good GoPro camera in here. I'm going to be coming in with one of my older Hero 3s, so I apologize in advance for the video quality you're going to see while we're shooting, but I'll be in here as usual providing support, and today it's going to be providing camera work. What we are going to see is, oh, that was loud. Okay. Everybody has a full face mask and proper 3M breathers, so they've been professionally fit. Everybody has different sized faces, of course. You'll see, in our case, none of us have facial hair. We don't do mustaches or beards because that doesn't seal very well. But also making sure that this primer is not landing on your skin. We're wearing the hoodies, the full paint suits. Be safe, buy the right gear, protect your lungs.
Nice new thing. On these new cans, you can tighten them with a little handle. That's pretty cool. Oh, your best is freaking awesome.
Well, by no means do we claim to be expert painters. We've certainly painted a lot, but we may not have done as many of these paint jobs as maybe you have if you're watching. Do you have any recommendations or suggestions or ideas for improvement? We're really open to hearing from you folks watching these videos. And of course, the other question I have for you is there anything you want to see that we didn't show you or you would like us to expand on a little bit more in the future? We're making these videos for you to help you with your builds. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you watch paint dry. I think we're going to end it there. I'm Greg from RV Haulers. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see the future unveiling of Chuggs, we're going to pull him out probably first thing next day, get him in the sun and see how we look. If you want to see that video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell icon so you make sure you get a notification. Hey everybody, thanks for watching and drive safe.